What's up, Frothlings? We got an upstairs unboxing today for you for Latitude 64's Project Grip. Main channel review will be coming out soon. I'm hoping to get that up tonight. I'm actually really excited for that, and then we got some more stuff obviously coming along. But first, we got to open up something from Birdie Disc Golf Supply. I like the way Derek is shipping stuff out. He could have just sent that to Baby Daddy Bodanza, I guess. I don't know. But I'm trying to do this all in one take because I got training in like 35 minutes, so let's get this up. If you guys see me unbox this, and then you see me open it up in the main channel video, and it looks a little different than this, no you didn't, okay? Part of the process. I think these are, I don't know if this is a new disc or just an older disc that I used to love that I haven't thrown in a while, that I am actually excited because I'll be throwing it again soon because you guys really loved my video where I went to a tag smash and played with my first ever in the bag, and so we're going to be doing that for last year's in the bag, which I'm pumped about, seeing if I should go back to last year's discs. The answer is always no, but that's like a good title and thumbnail, so that's why you do it like that. And then hopefully doing it for pro players bags where we have to like go and shop and find discs, and sometimes they're going to be like harder to find, and I think the minimum amount that I'll need to find from their bag will be like, we'll call it 5 discs from their bag. 1 putter, mid, fairway, and driver. This is actually really good. I'm going to write this down right now because this is how this series can go for the in the bag from old pros bag series. This is how my brain works. It's really annoying sometimes, and I've already taken my meds today, so it's extra bad a lot of times. At least putting putter, throwing putter, mid, fairway, driver at a minimum. That'll honestly keep the cost low enough on that video, especially if we have to get some rare stuff, that it makes it feasible to actually make it a series instead of something insane. Also, welcome to the upstairs. It's white up here, just like me. Okay, let's open this guy up. Oh, baby. Oh, sick. Okay, these are, let me see. Make sure my address isn't on this thing. Hey, this proto run is sold out, but it will be back as a stock run. Thanks as always, Derek. So this is the proto run of the Infinity Strike. You guys know I used to love this 7-speed. I started throwing the Cordon Pipeline this year, and I'm interested to see how this compares to that because I really love that disc. I threw it really well with Cole, and the Strikes kind of made their way out of my bag, but these kind of C-Line-esque ones, their Infinity is what the plastic is from Birdie. See if you can see that profile. They seem nice. My hands are a little slick right now because I was just washing food that was a little oily, but I'm excited to get back throwing some strikes again. I think these might be X-Outs he was saying. We got some minis as well. Yeah, X-Outs here, but oh man, these feel really good. I'm excited to throw strikes, the ones that I already had because I had Color Glow and just the premium, which is like a swirly-ish plastic. And these, y'all will not be my favorite color. I'll probably like make some fun on the stamp or ask someone to dye it or something, but I don't mind the yellow. It's actually really good for videos and just like seeing where your discs are at. But these have a little bit more dome than all the other strikes that I've had, and I really do like the feel. It's a little bit deeper of a 7-speed. Honestly, these feel deeper than the other ones. And I don't have time, well I do have time to run downstairs and grab it. I was gonna try to make this a 0 edits video, but here's the only edit. We got some regular strikey boys. We have the Color Glow Tour Series Jacob Curtis strikes, which definitely flatter. Do they feel as deep? Not quite as deep. And I think most of that has to do, honestly, if I put my fingers under here, they're not really touching the flight plate as much as this one is touching the flight plate, but it feels similar. Then when you put your thumb down, your thumb has a little more travel here, so it feels a little shallower, versus you put your thumb down here, the shoulder is higher because the dome sits up on these Infinity ones. I personally like the feel, premiums. It feels more similar to the regular premiums, but still, because this is a little bit gummier of a plastic compared to the stiffness of this one, your finger, like you're not gripping into it as far sometimes, which is why sometimes I feel like the glitch feels thinner than like the parachute, even if the flight plate's the same. I don't really know, but that type of thing. Some people did not like that title on that video, but I do think it's a better glitch. I'm just being real. I think MVP made a better glitch. So I can't wait till everyone can throw it in like a year when it comes out. The Strike, these feel like they're probably gonna be a little beefier, which is probably pretty nice. Oh man, this feels good. This feels like it's gonna go so far and flip. Even when I was with Drew, Drew's like, man, you throw that thing so well. I need to get back to throwing these. They've been out of stock for so long, and so I didn't know if I could get any backups ever. And I know I got connections with Derek and whatever, but I didn't want to take like the last of the stash, and so I was trying to find other discs, but I don't know. I haven't been throwing 7-speeds a lot recently. And I've been throwing my Romans and really liking them, but if these have a stability that I can use now, as my arm is probably 80 to 100 feet farther consistently than it was last year when I was throwing these all over the place, it should be good. So we'll find that out during that video. All that to say, shout out Derek for the strikes. And now let's get into Project Grip from Latitude 64. This is the package that you get. Super beautiful packaging. This actually got here from Sweden yesterday. This video was supposed to get up yesterday because DHL Express is who it ships through, because it's literally from Sweden. So it's like 90 bucks for the thing, but it costs 105 bucks to get here. I actually reached out to Latitude to be like, hey, are you sending these to influencers? When they first announced it, there's like people like to do promo and whatever, like what would it take? And I think like social media people are like on vacation, and I don't have like, that's basically how I communicate with them for most companies to get everything, because it just gave me the stock response. And then I reached out again to follow up after I saw that these boxes were dropping before they actually dropped. And I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, we're on vacation. We'll get back to you soon. And I'm like, okay, well, looks like we're buying one. So 105 bucks, showed up at the door. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna be a little intrigued by this guy. It comes with 4 discs that are the new Project Grip plastic, and then a compass. This is just going to be the initial first impressions coming out the box, and I'll give you a much more in-depth on the main channel later today. Hopefully it's not midnight time, but definitely could be. I'm still trying to shoot about 2 videos a day and then try to edit 1 or 2 videos a day so that I have some backlog for when baby gets here very soon. As of right now, it's like 2 weeks away to the day. Yikes. Okay, when you open it up, this is the unboxing experience. You got Project Grip right there. Here. Hi there, thanks for trying out these discs in our first public showing of Project Grip. I do believe they only made 1,000 of these boxes. So your feedback will be invaluable to take this product forward. This is new patent pending process makes it possible to combine and fuse different plastics, which opens up a world of possibilities with these Project Grip discs. Grippy plastic is fused like a thin skin on top of the bottom of a flight plate, and the stiffer plastic is used for the rest of the disc. In this box, you'll find Grace, Distance Driver, Explorer, Fairway Driver, Compass, Midrange, Pure, Putt and Approach, and a Gold Compass, which is just their Starline plastic. We included it in the box so that you can easily compare the grippiness of the regular premium plastic, which I really appreciate because I don't have a Compass. I do have a Pure and a Grace, an Opto and Gold, so I'll be able to compare those for the main channel video. We would love for you to scan the QR code at the top right corner of this card so you can leave your feedback. I'm definitely blurring that out now in this video that I see that. Here's a crappy drawing on how different plastics are placed. So there's a soft, grippy plastic, stiffer, okay, interesting. So the process looks, I don't know why they just didn't announce this drawing when they announced everything else, because this drawing makes a lot more sense. It's obviously, it's like, I like Latitude's marketing. It's very like for the people, like seems very down to earth. But it seems like the plastic is just on the top and bottom of the flight plate. It doesn't even touch the rim. So it's not quite like Halo, not quite like an under mold. It is a new process. I'm interested in the patent pending thing. We'll probably talk about the fact that it is patent pending in the main channel video, but I'm not a freaking lawyer or anything. Maybe discgolf.law can illuminate us on some things. But first, we have a Grace, which I'm like really dug my fingers into it, but let me just say that I think stiffer plastics are really, really good for like throwing really hard, because the torque resistance is what it adds a lot of times. The like gummier the plastic, I feel like the more variability it has when it either snaps out of your hand or when you release it and open up your hand, however you end up throwing it. The gummier the plastic, the more like as you watch it, I'll just show you with the strike, as you watch it like kind of come back to forward, if it's really gummy, it's gonna have flexion in it as it's like moving around, because you're throwing it 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. And then as it comes out of your hand, all that gets transferred into wobble. The stiffer a disc, the less it can flex, and so the harder it can be thrown, which is why some people like throwing like as stiff as possible. Like my distance drivers, I prefer them to be very stiff, but I do like to have a little bit of grip. The flippier ones, I don't care quite as much, but my really overstable ones, they gotta be stiff, boys. Don't take that out of context. That being said, you do like having a little grip. So if you can have the stiffness, which does have the torque resistance, in my opinion, from what I've seen, and add a grip, it does feel gummier. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, just feeling the plastic, it feels very stiff. And so I was like, oh, it's not gonna feel that different. And then you grip into it and it kind of does. I don't know, there seems to be like this little center thing, which, I mean, you're not gripping there, so it doesn't matter. And this is really all about grip. I will say what I noticed immediately, the underside of the flight plate, you feel the grip on all these fingers down here. I throw exclusively power grip. This might actually be helpful for fan grips as well, because like there's grippiness. I don't throw a fan grip ever, but I might try it with these sometimes in this video, because I mean, I feel like my you could see actually underneath it, the pads of my fingers have some grip on them there. You might be able to hear as I'm just taking my fingers off, that versus like say the strike, which is already this is the grippiest plastic of those strikes. You probably can't hear that much of a difference, but there's a little bit of a difference. It's not that big, and a lot of disc technology and innovation is going to be on the margins now because this technology is so good that, like, how are you going to make a disc that already goes so far and is torque resistant and is good, like, significantly better? It's going to be a little hard. But I just said that about the glitch, a way better glitch with the parachute. A little bit of hyperbole might be okay. But it is marketing. Like literally my channel, when I'm writing headlines or titles, it's marketing, you know what I mean? For them, it's gonna be marketing. But I do think that there is a difference. I don't think that this conflicts with anything else that's going on in the market right now. And I don't even necessarily think that anybody else is like trying to do this because the tone plastic is just on the bottom, it's not on the top. Whereas this is the top and the bottom. And it sounds like from what they said, it's fused into the plastic. So it's probably a chemically bonded thing. Which I guess most things are, but maybe there's a difference between a chemical bonding and a heat bonding or a glue bonding, where this is fused in a specific way. I haven't read the patent. I probably couldn't even understand it. I'm a little dummy boy. But this is the Grace, and I do feel the difference. Like it feels really stiff and sturdy. Like it's not gonna really flex out of the hand. I don't know, this is probably just about as stiff as the typical plastic that the Grace I have is in, which is the Royal. But it does feel grippier. I almost wonder if it'll feel too grippy. Like it's not sticky on my hands, but it feels like residue down there, but it's not. It feels like there is, but there's not. It's just because of the grip. And I do think that works. So it's a lot of time on that one. This is the Explorer. I really prefer this one as well. Also, this is the domiest Grace I've ever seen in my life. So this one might be the farthest flying Grace ever that I've had. We'll have to see. Wow, I do put my hand on it and I'm like, oh, it's better. Like this feels slicker, this outside, and then you put your hand there and it does feel grippier, and it looks a lot like Halo, but I don't think it is Halo because Halo is like one plastic, like they call it Halo S, but mostly because of the color, I believe, and you just have two different colors of it. This has, I really don't want to cut into this, but I think for the video I should cut into one of these. Oh man, just to see what it looks like. Whichever one, that'll be a punishment for the video. Whichever one like scores the worst, or if I don't birdie with one instead of giving it away for the birdie or die, I'll have to cut into it. Oh man, okay. Super interesting though, because this, I just looked at the next one and it made it even more interesting. But not translucent, so it seems like it doesn't even have to be, it can be translucent, can be transparent. I feel like they're kind of showing all the variety here, because you got the Grace, which looks like this, which looks like closer to like a C-line-esque plastic, or optoplastic. This looks more like a goldish line plastic. So I wonder if Project Grip, as they create the names for it, for the types of plastics, if they're just gonna call it like Grippy Opto, Grippy Gold Line, Grippy whatever. Hopefully not, hopefully they find a better name for it, and I'm sure they will, they're good at marketing. But next we have the Pure, which this seems to not really follow the other conventions, because this is all the same, it looks like. Yeah, I was gonna say, like there is a little bit more swirliness on the outside maybe, but maybe this is one where they cover the whole disc in this thing, because I really don't know why that would be the case. But, I mean, it feels like a Pure. I mean, it feels grippy. I wonder if that'll help the throw and its stickiness on the ground, because one of the problems with really stiff discs is that they can hit the ground and get big old skips because they're not really flexing into the ground. If this doesn't have if this is still like stiff enough that it's not like flexing into the ground, but it has like an outer surface that will catch better. Two questions with that. One, is it going to degrade the surface on the outside of the Project Grip? And two, is it going to help it actually stick? So the Pure feels good. I have an old Gold Line Pure and I have a new Opto Pure, so we'll look at both of those. And then next we have a Compass, which is this one. Yeah, so it seems like they just wanted to show, hey, it doesn't just have to be Halo, it's just the way that we do this. And it's really making me wonder if the colors are just a choice and they can just do this with any color plastic so that it matches to look just like a normal one, or to make an Orbit or a Halo version. Wow, they really, that's kind of smart. I mean, this is like, looks like they're Opto, looks like they're gold, now like Opto Orbit, Gold Orbit, and then these just look like a typical gold or Opto, which is kind of odd that they put it in a gold compass. I wonder if they just had a bunch of gold compasses sitting around that weren't selling, so they're like, we'll put that one in. Like, I'm sure they're selling Pures, Explorers, and Graces a lot more than these, so they probably threw an extra one of these in instead of one of the extras of those. I mean, it does feel grippier. I go to this, and I'm wondering if, like, my hands, like, get a little bit better residue. I might have to, like, use a chalk bag in between just to reset my grip. I mean, it is, this does feel slicker when I just wipe my hands off and then I put it on here. Oh, it's different. It definitely works. I'm interested in how it's going to throw now. Wow, that process, I mean, it works. And it is interesting. And the rims, let me see if the rims on these ones, okay, yeah, okay, so even still here, it looks like they covered the whole disc, but it still seems like they did what they showed in that drawing, where it's the flight plate, because on the outside, it's still very slick and not there. Let's check this Pure. Okay, that's a little grippier. Slick on the outside. This one's closer. This one's closer to seeming like the whole thing is covered in it. That's going to be so interesting. Okay, I'm super excited to get out and throw these. Thank you guys for watching the unboxings. Kind of double dipping because I really wanted to do unboxings and just like give general first impressions and takes on all of this before I get a full in-depth review where I'm giving a little bit more concrete opinions. But go watch that video on the main channel, Bodanza Disc Golf, if you don't know. I'd be surprised if you didn't know about the main channel and you knew about this one. But yeah, this is super interesting. I'm really excited to get out and throw these because they feel, I don't know if it's like a breakthrough in innovation in disc golf, but it feels like something really cool. And it is different than all the other overmold, undermold things, and I'll make sure to bring those out and explain that in the main video. So, all right, I got a training in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna edit this real fast and get it up. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, Frothlings.